The story of HM Factory Gretna, one of the most remarkable factories on Earth, may never have happened had it not been for critical newspaper reports about munitions supplies in May 1915. Britain was 8 months into the war as the harsh realities of gas attacks, air raids and the ever-increasing numbers of dead and wounded hit home. It became clear that this total war, many believed would be over by Christmas, showed no signs of relinquishing its grip. The tipping point came in March 1915 with the Battle of Neuve-Chapelle, the first large-scale organised attack by the British Army. What should have been a tactical success turned into a major loss for the Allies, with more than 11,000 dead and wounded. Before long, the newspapers were reporting that the army was fast running out of ammunition, laying the blame firmly at the door of the British government. Soon the shell scandal was front-page news. Faced with public outrage, the government was forced to take action. A new Ministry of Munitions was created, with David Lloyd George at its head. Helping him in the enormous task of massively increasing munitions production was the American engineer K.B. Quinnen, an expert in the manufacture of explosives. Their first task was to find a suitably remote site with enough land to build an enormous new factory, the like of which had never been seen before. It had to be beyond the range of enemy attack, with established railway links for transporting the huge quantities of materials which would be needed. The site at Gretna ticked all the boxes. By May 1915, the decision had been made. HM Factory Gretna would manufacture cordite RDB, a new type of munitions propellant. Immediately, the government ordered construction of the factory, which would stretch for 9 miles from Dornoch in Scotland to Mossband in England. Its buildings were to be set apart from each other using the dispersal principle to minimize the risk from accidental explosions. The whole operation had to be carried out in secret and with great speed. By the start of 1916, the entire site was dug, ready for the highly complex system of plants, furnaces, stills, tanks and mixing machinery, which would be connected by an intricate network of pipes and miles of railway track. A further 30 miles of roads were laid across the factory site. With no electricity in the area, a new powerhouse was built, and up to 5 million gallons of water was diverted daily from the River Esk to the factory. Work continued around the clock for 9 months. Such was the speed that whole buildings seemed to pop up in a day. It was an incredible undertaking. Not only did the factory have to be designed and built, but 2 new townships at Eastbriggs and Gretna were needed to house many of the 30,000 who worked there at its height. 10,000 labourers, many of them Irish navvies, lured by generous wages, flooded into the area to erect the laundries, bakeries, kitchens, dance halls, churches, schools, shops, post office, hospital, telephone exchange, police barracks and fire station, which were all needed to service these miracle towns. With money in their pocket and little to amuse them, the navvies quickly gained a reputation as hardened drinkers. Cases of drunk and disorderly conduct soared in the local courts, and Lord George lectured that drunkenness amongst workers did more damage than all the German submarines put together. In an attempt to reduce drinking and curb unruly behaviour, the government set about a new social experiment. Buying up all the pubs in the Carlisle and Gretna area, they closed down the worst of the drinking dens, providing bowling greens and billiard rooms in their place. By June 1916, less than 12 months after HM Factory Gretna had been conceived, the first factory workers arrived, many of them young women keen to do their bit for king and country. By August, the first cordite had left the factory for the front line. Within 6 months, HM Factory Gretna was producing 800 tons of cordite each week, more than all the other munition plants in Britain combined. In the race to win the war, the dedicated army of munitions girls at Gretna were helping to put Britain on the road to victory.